Hiya, welcome to Everyday Athlete. My name's Rachel Andrews. On this episode, I thought I'd like to talk to you about something which all swimmers face at some time, and that is the fear. Panicking in an open water situation can happen to anyone at any time, but there are certain triggers which will probably make that more likely. So an example would be the start of an event or a race where there's a lot of people in together. It's a sudden entry into the water and there's lots of traffic, lots of possibility of getting caught, maybe of taking on some water and having a choke. However, I swim on my own quite a lot and it's happened to me too. A panic attack is a debilitating set of feelings and it can be a really frightening experience. The symptoms range from difficulty in breathing, might be choking, could be hyperventilating, a pounding feeling in the chest, or racing, feels like a racing heartbeat, and potentially a pain in the chest. You also might experience a dry mouth, a trembly type feeling, you could feel dizzy, and you could feel disorientated. And most frightening of all, you can feel like you just want to get out of there. That's the natural fight or flight response, which is your body's response to being flooded with adrenaline and cortisol. Coming up are a couple of methods that I've found have really helped me on the occasions that it's happened to me. I've had a panicky feeling when I've swum underneath a structure, or when I've suddenly become aware that I'm in more flow than I expected. And it was a frightening moment until I got things under control. Here's a couple of the methods that I use to help myself. One thing you can do, get a bit panicky, is you can float on your back like Laura is here, just looking up at the sky, getting your breathing back together, and just chilling out. Just think about the fact actually you are safe, you're floating here and it's all good. If you have a tow float, that can also add a little bit of security. You can just hold on to that for a second just to kind of get yourself back together. The other thing that you could do, which is what I'm doing, is you can just tread water for a second. Just take in your surroundings, get a look around and just get your breathing back together. Sometimes you can frighten yourself from it suddenly being really cold. You could get disorientated by the lack of visibility. Anything can set you off. Another thing you can do if you've frightened yourself is you can swim breaststroke for a little while, just to get a feel for where you're at and get a bit more under control. Maybe count your strokes and then gradually reintroduce swimming with your face in the water. I find that some things I can wear can help me to protect against panic, such as making sure that my wetsuit is fitted correctly and that it's hoiked up nice and high on my chest so that I've got lots of movement on my arms, so that I don't get that tightness and constriction. The other thing I do is I wear earplugs because that stops a sudden rush of cold water onto my ears. Another thing is wearing a neoprene hat underneath my latex highly coloured one. And then I also wear gloves and footwear because that footwear has been revolutionary for me. That gives me a bit of a calmer swim, to be honest. I try to swim regularly in open water to try and expose myself to as many different environments as possible, whether it be really wavy, completely flat, really poor visibility or nice good visibility. So that means that if I take part in an event, the thing I'm most likely to have to think about is the amount of people around me, rather than the feeling of the water and any worries I might have about the temperature as it hits my face. I've experienced the fear on a number of occasions. When I've swum underneath a structure, like the one just over there, or when a bit of seaweed's touched me, when I've suddenly thought that for some unknown reason the water feels too deep. Initially it's about making sure that you're safe yourself and that then you can continue. You can make a sane decision then as to whether actually I've had enough and I'm going to get out, or whether in actual fact I think, yeah, I'm good to carry on. You won't be the only one that's suffering it, and it doesn't happen every time you go out. It's gradual reintroduction and just kind of getting at ease with the situation. And getting in isn't all about seeing unicorns, beautiful fish, finding Nemo. Sometimes it's a bit of a personal battle, the old outdoor swimming. But I hope to see you in the water soon. I hope this video has given you some idea about what it feels like to have a panic attack and has reassured you that it is really common and that most swimmers find that they have a panic attack at some point during their open water swimming time. I also hope that you've got a few ideas now how to tackle it and how to get yourself back in the swim of things. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, drop me a comment and hit the subscribe button, and if you click the little bell, you'll know when the next one's out. See you next time.